Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. If you're doing well, because having a wonderful day on this 2 July 2025. I'm trying to do videos like this because some of you guys did say that you wanted this. My style of content is vertical. I don't do horizontal, but you know what? It's gonna make a couple people happy. Let's do something for other people than ourselves. So today, on the 2nd July 2025, we're talking about work and how nice work is. Sounds like a common concept, sounds like a very simple video to do. However, I kind of like it. I kind of like it, to be honest. So it all started from, I'm sorry, I'm charging the phone also, so it's a bit hot. It's a bit hot, so we have to keep it on a block of ice. Yeah, this is how we do it. I'm also charging the phone, so I'm gonna check out. It's not charging. So why aren't you charging, friend? I give you plenty of opportunity to charge. Why aren't you charging? Is it because, oh, there you go. You're charging very badly, but you're charging. Give me a sec, guys. We're just gonna fix that. Why am I not doing this? Why am I not pausing? Well, because if you're okay, it's charging. It's not perfect, but it'll do the job. I have to do like an hour with that. So if it does the job, it does the job. If it doesn't do the job, then at least it'll be slower, right? So why is it work so easy? Well, technically speaking, yesterday was a really horrible night. We went to the fireworks. You can kind of see this is kind of cool, isn't it? You know what? I was possibly wrong. This is actually pretty cool. Horizontal possibly could be the way to go. Weird because it doesn't last. It doesn't stay on the ground. What I'll do is I'll try to find a case, phone case that will be cold enough to do this. See, it's not charging. Why aren't you charging, dude? I don't know. Why aren't you charging, dude? I wish I knew. Why aren't you charging, dude? You're somehow else. Why aren't you charging? For the namesake of me. So work. Yesterday was a bad night because it was raining. Because it was raining, I went out on the balcony and say, sorry, always, no fireworks last night. By the way, I have a surprise for you guys. So I finished the video yesterday of the fireworks saying I'll ask people for fireworks. Instead, I got a video of a concert. Now, am I able to upload a concert on YouTube? I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm looking for permission from the guy who sent me the clips. But he doesn't answer, so it's fine. It's okay. Yeah, I went there and I got destroyed by mosquitoes. So most of my night was spent itching myself to a point where I was bleeding, which is a bit too much information. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. What was I saying? I'm so unfocused because we had 2 days today. So we had it work, and then we just finished like 4 hours of streaming. So I'm a bit tired. Yeah. So when I went to work today, because I was working, I wasn't really feeling up to it. I wasn't really feeling down. I really didn't feel like this was the best thing to do because I was tired. But I cannot call in sick because I'm only working 24 hours this week, and your boy needs at least 70 hours per month to survive, just to survive. Yeah, so it's tough. So I come in, and it was a really cool way. See, oh, this is good. Oh yeah, but you're gonna be too warm. See, I leave it there. That's perfect. Why am I worrying? It's gonna slip. It's gonna slip because it's not charging. Please, there you go. I don't care if you're not charging properly. As long as you charge a little bit, you'll slow down. Got an hour and a half to do left. Let's do it. It's all up in here. If in here works, the rest will work, which is a great thing. So I come into work and I'm not feeling like it. Every single one of my suspicion was dumbfounded. It was completely cancelled. I was afraid that by going to work, I would become more tired. However, we woke up today. Even though I didn't feel like waking up, we woke up and we went to work. I went back, tried to sleep. It didn't work, which means that right now, yes, we're tired, yes, but we're still doing more than a day where I slept in. That's good. Second of all, with the inspiration, well, we're doing some React content. So, for example, tonight we're going to be reacting, if I have the time, to a documentary series that a person did on Jersey Shore. So 4 hours of just recapping the whole show, which is actually fucking good. I watched it once before. I didn't watch it two times, 3 times. I only watched it once, and that was a year ago. So it's actually pretty fresh. Fresh in the sense of new, not fresh in the sense of I remember correctly. So I'm gonna do some content for, and again, it's not my content, but at the same time, it's still some content. It's still my sauce, which is kind of nice. Did it feel weird like that, or just me? Horizontally, I'm not used to it. That's why it feels weird. Last of all, I was really against working because, well, first of all, the reason for work is for money. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's for money. I wish it was for value, but I'm not finding as much value in structure as I thought it would be, right? Which is kind of shitty, but also super honest. Super honest. You can call me a lot of things, but oh, thunder. 3, 2, 1, schlack. No, schlack. And last time, well, betrayed by the god himself. There you go. And then I don't remember what is first, the lightning or the sound. I don't know. I don't remember. If you guys know, tell me in the comments. And if you don't know, well, feel better about not knowing. I feel less dumb. So the value, you see, I'm gonna be such an asshole. I'll be such an asshole. So I need to think like other just agency employees, Mosquito. Like, this is temporary. This is not my job. I'm just a guy from an agency, and I'm coming here because possibly not something I'm gonna do long term, but you ask me, so I'm here. Versus a company that asks you more, for example, okay, well, I really need to be there. We have this company that I'm working for years now, and it's give me a reason to turn and run. I like seeing my shirt also, right? Because I can be completely naked and you wouldn't even know. Now, you would say, Hank, you're on your balcony. You wouldn't get naked. Are you sure? Before you say something, think about it. Because I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. I'll do it for a couple of subscribers. More. If we reach 700, maybe. No, I'm joking. Or am I? I'm joking. Or am I? I'm in a good mood today. I'm in a good mood because there's a couple of good news in my life right now, which are great. What was I saying? Yeah, so I don't feel structured by the work because, again, there's mentality of, well, last week I wasn't working because, like I said, somebody stole from work, and because they don't know who did it, everybody got cancelled. Everybody got their shift cut off for last week. Now, do I know who steals? Yes. I don't want to snitch, first of all. Second of all, this person has kids, okay? Now, is it smart when you have kids and a wife at home that are hoping for your salary to pay the bills and shit like that, to possibly put at risk your job? No. Am I going to judge him for that? Yes. Is that his choice? Absolutely. I have to respect his choice. I don't want to, but I have to. Because it's his own person. Stop trying to figure out what people feels like. Stop trying to figure out how to solve people's problems. Focus on your own problem. You have enough of them. So, we don't have work. So, of course, the little bit of saving that I made was kind of captured by last week. You know? It wasn't necessarily a loss of income. It was the absence of income, which is kind of crazier. This week I'm making only 20 hours. Is that enough? No. Am I going to be okay? Yes. But it's still hard. It's still really hard. You know? So then, when it comes to work, I'm like, okay, well, I don't feel like you have my best interest in work. See, with the last work that I had, there was a family. My boss, Mihai, which was a really cool dude, there's really time where I felt that Mihai had my back, you know? It was a time, this is a true story too. There was this guy, and he lost his knife every fucking day. The reason he didn't give a fuck. So, this is behavior that is kind of cool, easy to understand. I lose my knife. I ask the boss for a second knife. He gives me just for the thunder. And now, come on, I'm gonna have it. One time I'm gonna have it. If it's gonna be long, I'm gonna have it. This is the mission of my day. And because I was one of the nicer guys there, not to brag, but you know, he would ask me for my knife, for my knife. I was like, okay, well, don't lose it. I know you lose your knife, but don't lose it. I agree. You know, they're pissed too. He's losing his knife. I actually like thunder. I actually really enjoy storms. It's one of my favorite things in the world. This chocolate macaroons. My mom. There's a lot of things. Holy fuck, I got a good life. So I was like, okay, well, don't lose a knife. And then there's one day I found his knife on the floor. Now his knife was special because he used a knife, or he used something to really like almost tattoo his name on a knife. But below it, what you could see, my name. So I lent him my knife, and he wrote his name on top. Like, okay, you're gonna steal from me? I'm gonna steal from you. And then he comes in and he's like, yo, where's my knife? I lost my knife. I lost my knife. I lost my knife. And I'm like, I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. Now, was that okay of me to do? No. Do I regret it? Fuck no. Fuck no. You took my knife, bro. You stole something, and then when I steal it back, I'm an asshole. Then the bullet's like, yo, empty your pocket. I'm like, I don't owe you shit. So what he did, physically went in my pocket, and he saw the knife. So then we're fighting for like an hour. Then the boss comes, and he's like, what's going on here? And then they say, oh, Ink stole the knife. And then the boss saw and said, yeah, but this is his name there. You stole the knife from him. You're just mad because he stole it back. The boss had my back. You know? There's a whole story for that. Is that a good story? It's up for discussion. Oh, there you go. Phone is too hot. Fun thing is, we got a block of ice over here. We're good, dude. So, and again, it sucks because I'm such a fucked up position. My boss, which is literally super nice, which is a little bit of an ish. I feel like I'm being treated in a more favorable way at work because I'm not an immigrant. I am from here, so they treat me better. For example, at the cafeteria, there's a spot for the agency worker, and somebody told me, why are you eating with them? Well, I work with the agency. No, come with us. I'm like, yeah, but if I come with us, which you guys, they can too, right? No, just you. You know? The boss actually asked me, are they stealing? And I'm like, yes, they're stealing. He said, who steals? Like I said, I cannot tell you who steals. So the reason why we were cut off last week was because of me. Because I was honest. Was it a good thing to do? That's up for discussion. Did I regret it? No. It's pretty already cold enough. This block of ice is magic, dude. Magic. I'm gonna ask my dad or my mom if they have old ice pack. Because this cheese, it's not good that it's going in and out of the freezer. You're gonna put yourself here, but that's what they do. They have a chair out there, and they're putting a computer. It's raining. It's gonna rain on your computer, dude. So I feel bad about that. I feel bad about the fact that we don't have. Then they asked me a question, I just answered. I could have done much more. I could have said, this guy is stealing, you know? I told my agency rep, the one that's in charge of the contract, say, hey, dude, people are stealing. Just make sure that it doesn't happen too much because we're gonna be losing the contract. Now, if we lose a contract, I still have a job with Dollarama, which is basically emptying truck and getting paid by truck. But the problem is, since I'm the newest guy, I get called last. So during the summer, there's a lot of job, but during the winter, I'm fucked. So this also isn't long term, right? But then, today was a good day. So I was able to relax. I'm able to turn off my brain, not think about content, which is refreshing. I I always had like there's this hyper focus thing with ADHD, of course, but it's more so than that. Got this hyper focus thing where you're basically focusing on something so much that you don't see anything else than that. So then when I'm forced to work, force is a big word, of course, but you're seeing outside of that hyper focus. So instead of seeing, I don't know if you guys know, like the horses, they have something for their eyes, so they don't look away and don't get scared. So just focus on the road, and then the driver of the horse will make sure that there's nothing on the road to scare him, and that's a kind of a teamwork, right? And yeah, so with that, when you're making too much content, you kind of see that, and then you're the own rider, so you make sure that the road is nothing but the road lasts forever. The horse in itself, and this is kind of crazy because I compare myself to a horse. However, we are watching Squid Game, so this kind of makes sense. This kind of makes sense. Um, yeah, I want to film this because it's beautiful out there. I'm gonna show you because we're charging the phone. It's going well, 5% and 20 minutes. That's not good at all. I'll be able to do like 9 till 9 o'clock. Besides, it's not that bad because tonight's not gonna be a sunset, and as long as I do my videos, I'm good. So with the work, it was really nice. It's a nice little break, and again, it's stupid to say that, but it's a nice forced break. Imagine you're a workaholic, you don't want to take a break, but people say, hey, we're locking the door, you gotta go. With this, I want to do content the whole day, right? I came back and I saw a Bandai Namco live, and my first thought was to react to it. That shit was 3 hours. It wasn't planned, you know. So yeah, so it's an healthy thing. It's like an addict. Okay, let's put it like that. It's like an addict. Think about with cigarettes, right? And you put it on a patch, right? And for 3 to 4 hours, doesn't have to worry about smoking cigarettes. When his patch is done, he needs cigarettes. And that's a problem. But as long as the patch is there, you're good. And if you're broke, well, you'll have 1 patch per day. And if you have 1 patch per day, well, that's your budget, right? Money also is nice, but at the same time, you shouldn't do something for money. You shouldn't do something for gain. A precise gain. Fuck, we got destroyed yesterday. Telling you, we went out on the fireworks. I couldn't even film the fireworks because I was getting bitten too much. What am I supposed to do there? Just stand there and get bitten? No. Anything that you do is for something, though. You have the person in your life that you really like, and you're being nice to them, and you're being friendly to them, and you're being extra careful with them, and giving them extra attention, right? And the reason for that is because you're hoping for a relationship, right? You go to work because there's a salary there. I don't know. Literally on the chair. On the chair. I dropped the phone. Yes, I know. The shirt is too small. It's too small for me. But if I could put it here, you don't even notice. Why do you do that? Why are you doing that? Now, I'll do another video about it. We'll do another video about it. And it's just nice. It's just really nice to have a job, at least. There's a reward in there. There's more. See, this is also the weird thing. People will judge you. Oh, you don't work, dude? You don't work? Yeah, I work. I work a lot, actually. You just don't think it's work. You know. And then when you say, "Oh," people will ask you, "Do you work?" Yes. Won't even ask you where you work. Do you work? When is the last time somebody asked you, "Hey, how many hours do you work per week?" I get asked because of my parents, but from stranger, no. Even my mom. My mom was a lot simpler, a lot more hopeful about life. I was like, "Mom, I don't have a shift this week." And she's like, "Well, at least you work." I'm like, "Well, that's the thing, I don't work." You know? It's a bit tougher. It's really tough. And then this job that didn't offer me the stability that I was looking for. However, it offered me some stability in a sense of, it doesn't matter how much I don't work, I have to go there. I have to show up. I have to do the bus ride, you know? So this is structure. It's not a structure in a sense of this is in four walls. It's not a structure in a sense of I have a job every single day. It's not a structure in the sense of I have coworkers that are the same every single day. It's not a structure in the sense of I got a routine to follow. But when I do work, it's the same thing. It's always going to be boxes. The product might be different, but the job is the same. It's inventory, which is kind of cool. I like it. And by the way, being in the freezer today, I didn't itch, so that was really nice. Really nice. It helped me keep awake also. It's just a way to shut off your brain. We're doing kind of the same mistake that we were doing at the work though. Because, how can I say this? We're doing the same mistake we're doing in the work because we focus on content when I'm not supposed to focus on content. At the same time, if I am being honest with myself, for example, I was talking about addiction. This is a cool way. Think about somebody with an addiction to cigarettes. Even if they're not smoking, they're thinking about cigarettes. That's part of the addiction, you know? Anyway, that's pretty much it. So today was a good day at work. Work is being slowly, I'm getting adapted to it. And when I say slowly, I'm already adapted to it because it's been 3 weeks that we're working. It's just physically we're adapting. Mentally, we adapt. I'm working today. Awesome. I'm gonna come into work. It's just the whole thing, the whole long-term thing, the whole part of the workforce, but not being part of the workforce. If you're part of the workforce, you're part of the workforce 24 hours a day. Well, not 24 hours a day, but you know what I mean. Well, it's so crazy because the workforce is that. So you go to work 8 hours, if you're lucky. Then you come back, right? And you're like, okay, well, I gotta prepare for tomorrow's work, right? And then when you go to sleep, your sleep schedule is dictated by the time you start. And if I start later, I can sleep later. If I start earlier, I sleep earlier. It's all part of the bigger scheme. It's all part of a bigger thing. It's all part of understanding that this is part of this is a dictation. You're dictated by time. You're dictated by. I'm going to say something that's very, very bad, but still, you're dictated by time. You're dictated by habits. When you think about people with religion, this is kind of like a spiritual guidance, almost a way of life. Religion will tell you to do something. Religion will tell you how to act some way. Religion will tell you to forgive. Religion will tell you that this day you cannot eat. And it's a structure, you know. Your life is structured by teachings. The teaching from work also. It's a way of life, you know. And it's kind of crazy because you see a lot of people that are retired. They'll have the same mentality of if I'm working. And they're not sure what to do. Like, oh my God, I was working for 30 years. I'm not working. What am I supposed to do? Right? My mom, she tried retirement. She lasted a month. She said, not for me. Not for me. Not for me. That's pretty much it. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.